Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Dave and this is Frugal Foot. Well, this video is going to be all about conservative options for hammer toes. Now, I've already discussed what a hammer toe is and the cause of hammer toes, so if you haven't watched those videos, you might want to go back and watch those videos first. Now, when discussing treatment options that are conservative, first off, it is imperative that you're wearing the correct fitting shoe. If you have a shoe that's too tight or too loose, you're going to be haunted by your hammer toes regardless of the different things we discussed today. That being said, if your toe is very contracted, the shoe is still going to rub on it most likely, and so it may behoove you to get one of these. This is a shoe stretcher, and I like this shoe stretcher first off because it's made out of cedar. It's aromatic, it smells nice, but the cedar wood also helps to wick away moisture from your shoe. Now, it also has these holes in them, and it comes with these different plastic, what they call pods, and they have a stem on them, and they fit into these different holes. Now, each of these holes basically equals a different diagnosis, and since we're discussing hammer toes today, we're going to use this pod, the smaller pod, and we're going to stick it into one of the toes for a hammer toe. So let's just say I have a hammer toe on my right third toe. Well, that hole right there should work real good for a hammer toe on my right third toe. I'm going to take this pod, I'm going to stick the stem into that hole. Then we'll use my shoe as an example. Place the shoe stretcher in there, put it in all the way, as far as it'll go. And then you can adjust, using the little screw here, you can adjust this shoe stretcher so it fits with your shoe. And then you turn the screw. And as you turn the screw, it's going to stretch a little bit. You don't have to make it real, you don't have to, we're not stretching the shoe here, we just want to make it snug. But that pod is going to press up on the leather right where the toe is. Now this is only going to work with leather shoes, so it's not going to work with plastic shoes, which you should not be wearing anyhow, or with mesh shoes. You may need to leave it in there for a few days or even a week, but over time that leather will stretch, so now when you remove this and you put your foot back in, that toe, when it's contracted, can sit in that little pocket that has been created by the shoe stretcher. Another device that I find works really well and is available is a product by a company called Silipos. They make these various gel pads, and this one in particular is quite nice. This is a toe cap pad, or toe pad, and basically it has a gel on the inside. And you keep it so the gel's on the inside, and you put this over the toe wherever the contracture is. So if the toe happens to be bending like this, then you would put that over the top of the toe right there, and it will protect the toe from being rubbed by the shoe. Very nice. There's precautions, of course, with these things. You have to be careful if you have circulatory disorders or diabetes. So always make certain that when you get products like these, take care to read the directions and follow the precautions that they have listed on their product. But this can be reused over and over and over. It's very nice. Now, some people, when they have hammer toes, the toes will actually rub side to side. In fact, sometimes the toes aren't even contracted. It's just you have bones rubbing themselves, basically rubbing the skin raw in between the toes, and we want to have something that will keep those toes apart. Silipos makes another pad that looks like this, and I like to put this part on the top, and it goes between your toes. I'll use these two fingers here, and that prevents the toes from rubbing. You see the space there between the fingers. Well, that's how it would be if your shoe was on, and if you had, let's say, a little lesion in between your toes there, this would prevent it from rubbing in it. Again, very inexpensive. You can use it over and over and over again. So a nice little product. Some people will develop corns or skin abrasions on the tips of their toes because their toes are contracted like this. It's very difficult and can be quite sore. But there is another product out that is called a Toe Crest Pad, and it looks like this. It has a little strap that you make into a loop, basically. It comes like that, and you put this would be a right foot one, so there's right and left. You put this over the third or middle toe, and it fits right down near the web space. And now what happens is when you put your foot on the floor, that crest pad will elevate your toes. It works. Okay, it elevates the toes like this to keep them straight. And that is now you have to snug it up, so you pull on the little strap on the bottom, and that makes it snug. And obviously you got to take care not to make it too snug, because you don't want to cut off circulation. So again, these are just some very common conservative products that are available, and I've put links to all of these products below in the description of this video. I just urge you again, make sure you read the directions and the precautions that come with it, and don't use these items if you have conditions that predispose you to problems. But they discuss this in their directions. So again, this is not an all-inclusive list of products that are available that are conservative. I mean, I'm certain if you did some more research, you'll find other things that work, but these are just some of the things that I have found to be usually successful in providing people with more time or just avoiding surgery altogether. So, all right. Well, if you liked the video and you learned something, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like, or you can go to the website, frugalfoot.com, where I have a list of all of the videos that I've created for different foot problems, as well as some of the products that I have reviewed as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.